Good morning, everybody. This is Clint Walker. Welcome to Real Estate Appraiser Secrets. We're out doing our inspections right now, headed to take some comp photos. And I wanted to talk to you today about an outrageous phenomenon in in appraising. And if you've ever been to one of my classes, and I may have even said it on another video, you might know that about 5% of agents attempt to interact with me at all in the course of an appraisal, for when I'm doing a lender appraisal. This is outrageous to me. In a real estate transaction, I cannot sleep during the contract period until after that appraisal is done. That is how tenuous I know the contract period is until I know the result of what that other appraiser's opinion of the property is. It doesn't matter that I think I've done a great job pricing it. It doesn't matter if I think that the comps are just so obvious and easy to find. I know that as an agent, every single time I push that price as high as I possibly can, to within reason, to find a buyer for my client, because I think that's what's going to serve them best. And so I am not comfortable until I'm past that appraisal and sort of have that validation and clear that hurdle that what I've done is okay. So knowing that, and knowing that when I am the appraiser on these things and nobody ever tries to communicate with me, it's just really, really shocking. So for a long time, I thought that was happening just because agents were complacent, which is troubling for another reason. But that's all I could think of was, why, if they weren't complacent, they would definitely be contacting me, definitely be giving me comps, definitely be trying to talk to me about this property. And then I don't remember how I found out about it, but I found out one day that one of the appraisal management companies, or AMC, and if you're not familiar with what that is, it is the middleman between most of the mortgage originators / lenders and the appraiser. This business entity or middleman was established I believe in the Dodd-Frank Act after the 2008 collapse, and the government intended it to sort of put a barrier between appraisers and lenders talking to each other and colluding to make deals happen. And so, I see the reasoning, but the solution was not great. Appraisal management companies make their money by taking a chunk of the appraisal fees. So when you or your buyer goes to order their appraisal, the lender is going to tell them how much it's going to cost. Probably they can't actually quote a fee for the appraiser. That's up to the appraiser, but they do it anyway. So if they tell you it's whatever, $600, $700 to your buyer, that then goes to the AMC, and the AMC, who's not required to tell anybody how much they're taking, sends that appraisal order out to the appraisers and tries to find the cheapest appraiser that they can to do the work. So if you've ever had some appraiser come in from 100 miles away to do your work, it's because they're starving, and that AMC has assigned that order to the lowest bidder. It's terrible for the real estate industry, but that's the way it is. There are lenders out there who don't use AMCs. They're not required to use AMCs. It just is more work on the lender to not do it that way. So there's your little insider info. I guess that's the secret of this episode. But backing up, that's sort of a tangent. So what I found out was that one of the AMCs I'm working for, and I suspect others do this as well, tell the agent or the homeowner, if it's a refinance, to not interact with me. And I mean, when I read this, my mind was blown. I was just the worst advice. I don't know. I mean, I can theoretically think of where those instructions are coming from. They don't want the listing agent or any of the agents or the homeowner trying to influence the appraiser or accidentally influencing the appraiser. So, it makes sense in that regard, but it's not, they shouldn't be doing that. And if you're getting those instructions, I want you to ignore them. My advice to you is, in the course of this transaction, when the appraiser goes to schedule their site visit to go to the house, you take that opportunity to fill them out, to say, can I send you the sales that we were looking at when my seller and I priced this property? Or if you happen to be the buyer's agent and they're calling you to schedule, can I send you the sales in the area that my buyer and I were looking at before we made our offer? If you can figure out a way to call it data, then you get bonus points. Appraisers, all of us, I don't think I've ever met an appraiser who wasn't at their heart a big nerd. And we like data, we like crunching numbers, and we really geek out on real estate information. And we, most of us, even if your appraiser is sort of sensitive to that interaction, most of us do appreciate information, and we appreciate having a second set of eyes, and even cynically, we appreciate the opportunity to not have an agent bring it up to us after the fact. If you're going to bring it up to us, we'd love it for you to bring it up before we ever turn our report in, because we'd like to move on after we turn that report in. So do it at the inspection. Call them, tell them these are the sales you were considering, this is the data you were considering. Whatever you want to present in an objective way with objective language should be okay to that appraiser. But you're going to literally ask them if it's okay for you to send it to them first, because you just, you want to respect where they're coming from in this transaction. Partly to stay on their good side, because they're going to deliver their opinion at the end of the day. So that's your quick secret for the day. That is, if you're getting that advice from AMCs or anybody, ignore it. Talk to the appraiser yourself. At least make the effort. If I can ever be of service to you, you can schedule me or find me or quote your professional measurements or appraisals at appraiserpool.com. And I would love it if you have any questions. If this raises any other questions, please leave a comment down below and I will make another video. And if you like this and want to subscribe, that would be awesome too. So I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.